Good morning. Good morning, my YouTube family. I hope you guys are all having an amazing and blessed day. I, first of all, welcome back to my channel, Discovering Nicole. That would be me, your girl, Discovering Nicole. I did a quick little short update the other day about my A1C. And I was like, you know what? I had some questions on that video. And so that's what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to answer questions for you guys that y'all have about my Ozempic journey. And some of you had questions about my prescription, how I'm getting the medication, all of the above. Okay? So, first and foremost, I'm not a doctor, obviously. I'm just a person in recovery, and I'm a person who got diagnosed with diabetes last year. And I was struggling, okay? I was at my wit's end. I have been struggling with obesity for as long as I can remember. I have struggled with my weight. My addiction to drugs started because of my addiction to food. I was struggling with my weight as a teenager, and I got prescribed phentermine, which is an amphetamine to lose weight. And that is how my whole addiction started. It started because of my lack of control centered around food. Once I got sober from drugs and alcohol, all throughout my addiction, I maintained a healthy weight, right? I probably even got too skinny because I was on drugs, obviously. When I got sober, I maintained a healthy weight for the first 3 years of my sobriety, and then I started to from 2015 to 2018, I maintained about 160 pounds, okay, which is a great weight for me. Around 2019, I started to pack on the pounds, and I gained 100 pounds from the latter half of 2018 till 2023. I went from being 160 pounds to weighing almost 260 pounds. 257 was my highest weight. In December of 2023, I went to my family care physician because I had finally had enough. I was desperate. I was miserable. And I had went to my parents' house in November of 2023. And my dad pricked my finger to check my blood glucose. When he did that, he found out my blood glucose was 400. When I found out that my blood glucose was 400, I got really scared. I immediately started thinking of the fact that I could have a heart attack. I immediately started thinking about the fact that I didn't want to die and not be around for my son. So I made an appointment, and my appointment was in December. So I went to the doctor in December of 2023. He drew blood. About 2 weeks later, my labs came back, and it was confirmed that I was diabetic. Not pre-diabetic, not on the cusp. I was a diabetic with an A1C of 11. I had never in my life thought I would turn myself into a diabetic. I never thought that I would get so out of control with my eating. At my worst point in my eating, I was eating 5,000 to 7,000 calories in one day. Now, to really put that in perspective for you guys, that would be me sitting down and eating half of a Domino's pizza by myself. That would be me sitting down and eating a platter of lasagna fixed by my mom to feed a family of 5. That would be me sitting down and having 4 bagels with cream cheese and jelly on them. That would be me sitting down and having 4 egg rolls, 2 large bowls of chicken fried rice, and 6 crab ragoons. I could put food away like nobody's fucking business. Okay? I mean, I could out eat a grown man. My food intake was so out of control, not only in the amount of food that I was eating, but the type of food I was eating. the type of food that I was eating was carb heavy processed junk. Looking back on it, I realize now that my brain was seeking the lack of dopamine, that it was struggling to produce dopamine after long-term drug addiction. And so even though I was taking antidepressants, even though I was going to therapy, my brain was still seeking dopamine, and the way that I was getting it was through binge eating, overeating. So, like I said, I gained 100 pounds. I was miserable. My belly hung over my vagina to where I could not see it. I could not bend over to tie my shoes because my belly would obstruct the way I couldn't bend over. Okay, right now I want to show y'all. I am sitting cross-legged right now. I couldn't do this before because my belly would sit down here in my lap. When I would try to bend over like this, my belly would go into my lap. Okay? When I would try to tie my shoe, my belly would, all this would go. I couldn't get down to do anything. All right? It's very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Anybody who tells you that being morbidly obese is fun and like exciting and cool and sexy and fat is beautiful is a liar. They're lying to you. They feel like shit. Their bones are aching, their joints are hurting, their back is hurting, they're embarrassed to get naked in front of their partner. All of these things I felt every single day. I would sweat and it wouldn't even be hot outside and I would just be pouring sweat. It was awful. So once the doctor found out that I had diabetes, he said, hey, you want to try Ozempic? First he said, let's try Mounjaro. I tried to get Mounjaro prescribed to me by my insurance. Insurance would not pay for it. Okay? So that's when my insurance wrote back and said, we will pay for semaglutide, Ozempic. We'll pay for Ozempic. Ozempic, Trulicity, or Victoza. So I chose Ozempic. I started out on 0.25 of Ozempic, obtaining it from the doctor, from a pharmacy. Paying with my insurance that is through the government, because my husband works for the government, okay? I was still paying $500 for a pen of Ozempic, okay? I was still paying $500 for a pen of Ozempic. For 2 months, I went ahead and I bought the pens of Ozempic from the pharmacy. And I said, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a way for me to get this medication at a more affordable price because I can't keep paying $500 twice a month. So $1,000 a month, right? So I went on Reddit. And let me just tell y'all, Reddit is such a great place for research if you're trying to find cheaper alternatives. So I went on Reddit and I went into the Ozempic and the semaglutide subreddit. And there in that subreddit, they were sharing all kinds of places where they were ordering peptides wholesale. Again, I am telling you guys, I am not a doctor. I do not think that you should just go and buy peptides wholesale without first consulting with your doctor and getting this prescribed to you. It's very important because you could just go and get this medication and start giving it to yourself and get really fucking sick. Okay? I went ahead, I got on the medication, I obtained it through my pharmacy, I was prescribed it by my doctor, but I had to find a better alternative for my family and for me to afford it. And that is when I found like 4 websites that are selling peptides wholesale. And I'm not going to name the website that I use. You can do your own research and you can find a wholesale peptide website. Okay? I found the peptide website and I started ordering semaglutide, which is the active ingredient in Ozempic. I said, let me just keep one of these pens just in case this stuff's not really Ozempic, right? It came in the mail. I started using it. Guess what? It was really Ozempic, and it really worked. So from January to August, I went from 230 pounds down to 189 pounds. And then I plateaued. Boop, couldn't move. Couldn't lose any more weight. Got really discouraged, made an appointment with my doctor, couldn't get in to see him until October. I walked into his office in October and he was like, oh, wow, you look so different. And I was like, yeah, because he hasn't seen me in a year. Sat down, he did my labs, checked my blood pressure. To his surprise, he said, wow, your blood pressure is normal. You don't need blood pressure medicine anymore. Boop, threw it away, right? Let me take your labs and see how your A1C is doing. Oh, I see here you have a bunch of prescriptions of Ozempic at the pharmacy. Why aren't you getting your prescriptions? Hey, doc, I'm buying it from a peptide website, wholesale. I'm only paying $120 for a 10 milligram vial. And he said, well, that's cheaper than I can get it to you. So I don't see nothing wrong with it as long as you come in and see me, and we do check-ins every 3 to 6 months. So I have a check-in scheduled with him in 3 months, in 90 days, right? He said, why don't you switch, since you've hit a plateau, to Mounjaro? Since you're getting it online now, you can get tirzepatide. And I said, okay, doc, I would love to do that, but I'm scared to switch from semaglutide to tirzepatide because I don't know the right amount I'm supposed to give myself. I'm on 2 milligrams of semaglutide. And he said, no problem. I'll convert it for you. If you're on 2 milligrams of semaglutide, then you take 5 to 10 milligrams of tirzepatide. If I was you, I would start with 5 milligrams of tirzepatide and work your way up to the 10 milligrams. So that's what a bitch did. I ordered tirzepatide from my wholesale website. I started out at 5 milligrams, and I did that for 2 weeks. Then this week, I started on 6 milligrams. And I'm happy to announce that, bitch, I've lost 3 pounds in a week. The weight is starting to come off again. I just needed a jump start again. And let me just tell you this. The semaglutide, it had kind of stopped working. So I was like getting hungrier. I was like noticing that my appetite wasn't as suppressed. And so when I switched from semaglutide to tirzepatide, you guys, I'm eating like a normal person again. It's like when I tell you guys, like, this medication has helped my brain because I really, really struggle with overeating and like just the craving and thought of food all day, every day. And so I switched from semaglutide to tirzepatide. I'm down 3 pounds in the last week, and I'm going to keep you guys updated as I go along with the process. But that is how I'm getting my medication. I get it through a peptide wholesale website. You can do the same thing. You do what's best for you. My doctor knows exactly what I'm doing. He actually, asked me for the website name. I showed it to him because he was going to see if he could order the medication for his clinic because they have a weight loss clinic. And he was like, wow, that's really cheap. So 10 milligrams, a 10 milligram vial of semaglutide for $120 is really, really affordable. And so 10 milligrams of this medication, I would be getting it in pen shots, right? That would be like $5,000. You know what I mean? Like $3,000. And so this medication has helped saving my life, and I feel better than I've ever felt in my whole entire life. My stomach is down. I can tie my shoes. I can shave my chocha and see it. Okay? My husband, I get naked in front of my husband. He walks by and pinches my butt, and I'm not embarrassed anymore. I'm not ashamed to be standing naked in my bathroom in front of my man. I can get on top and ride. Okay? And I'm not all worn out riding the D. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can be physically active and feel comfortable in my skin. I had never been as heavy as I was in my whole entire life. Even when I went to prison, I didn't get that heavy. When I came out of prison, I was 210 pounds. When I gave birth to my son, I was 200 pounds. I never in my life had gotten so heavy. I was absolutely miserable. Miserable, embarrassed, ashamed. How could I have let myself get to that point? And then to add insult to injury and be diagnosed with diabetes, it was just like so much. And so when I found out last week that my A1C is normal and it's a 5 now, and I like, that's a miracle for me, you guys. I'm so fucking happy. You know, my goal is to hit my 160 pounds by summer of 2025. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're going to reach that goal. It's getting to the point. I'm going to give you guys a full body shots of what I look like. Okay. Let me go through the comments because I see y'all commenting. Okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to ignore y'all. I just like to get what I need to say out first and, you know, all that stuff. Okay. Yes, I tried every diet known to man, Danny. No offense to you or anything, but it's a obsession of the mind. Just like when I was struggling with my addiction to drugs, it's the same with food for me. Okay, so every day I have to eat to live, right? Without this medication, my mind is constantly circling the block on what I'm going to eat next. Before I got on this medication, I would wake up and the first thing on my mind was, oh my God, I'm starving. I have to eat. And then I would sit there in my mind and think about how I was going to have a sausage biscuit covered in sausage gravy with bacon on the side and eggs. Okay, that's like a 1,500 calorie breakfast. Okay, that's the amount of calories that I should be eating in one day. All right. Then after I would eat that and I would be full and satiated, my mind would go to, what am I going to have for lunch? Sub sandwiches sound good. Meatball sub, provolone cheese, black olives, Parmesan cheese sprinkled on with a little bit of basil and a bag of chips and a large Dr. Pepper with vanilla and cherry. Okay? And I would eat that and I'd be full. I'm talking about full as a tick. But my mind would automatically go to, what am I going to eat next for dinner? All day, every day. Food consumed my mind, just like drugs consumed my mind when I was in active addiction. So eating carnivore, eating keto, eating this, eating that, it's the mind. The mind. Okay. What is peptide used for? I'm lost. Semaglutide, Mounjaro, tirzepatide. They're used for GLP-1 receptor agonists. A GLP-1 is a naturally occurring thing in your body, and it helps you to not have cravings for food. It helps you to feel satiated. It helps you to shut off the food noise. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's saved my life. And it also helps your pancreas produce insulin. So that way, if you're diabetic, that's what happened for me. That was another reason why I was binge eating so much, because I had diabetes and didn't know it. So I would eat food and then my sugar would spike. And so I could never it was never like this. It was always like this, you know? And so I felt awful all the time. I was super swollen and inflamed all over. Like, yeah, it was just really bad. I have no idea. Hold on, you guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Bye, Soul Reaper. Have a great day. We love you, bro. I just block them. That's what I found also. Semaglutide wasn't working as well. Yay! Yes, I did prison time. Okay, so sorry about that. I don't know what that person was. Like that person, I don't know who that person was. But I had a couple of you guys like asking me questions like, how are you getting it? And I'm going to show you. I've showed it to you guys several times. I have nothing to hide. I'm not ashamed that I'm ordering it on a peptide website. Now, let me just say this. I think it's important, like I said, to get it prescribed by your doctor, so that way your doctor can like help you figure out how much you need to be on. Because some people will do it without that, and then they'll get on it and make themselves really sick. So when I order my semaglutide, or it's tirzepatide now, when I order it, it comes in the mail in a bubble wrap little bag, and then it comes in a vial like this. And instead of seeing the liquid, it's a like salt, right? It's salt. So I have to constitute it. So to constitute it, I use this bariostatic H2O and put that together and mix it. And so I keep it in the refrigerator, and I give myself a shot once a week. And like I said, I'm on 6 milligrams of tirzepatide now, and my weight loss has picked back up. Lost almost 3 pounds in this last week, and I'm really, really happy. Like, I'm feeling better. Even my husband was like, I can tell that you're back on your A game. He said, I can tell by what you're eating. I can tell by how much you're eating. Because I like, I don't know, I guess just because I had been on semaglutide for almost a year, you know, about 10 months, it had just really had stopped working, and I was starting to, you know, be hungry all the time. So yeah, it's 10 milligrams is what's in that vial. And so you have to learn how to mix it. So there's like a certain amount of that water that you have to mix with it. So I get a 10 milligram vial of tirzepatide, and then I take 100 units of bariostatic water and mix and pour that into it. And then I roll it in my hands. Like, you don't shake it, because if you shake it, you can damage the peptides. I roll it, and then to equal 5 milligrams, that is 50 units on the syringe. To equal 6 milligrams is 60 units on the syringe. 7, so on and so forth. And so that's how I dose my tirzepatide. So I'm giving myself a 60 unit shot in my stomach once a week. So, but I really wanted to come on here and update you guys, because, you know, weight loss journeys are not, you know, it's up and down, right? And I had seen some like negative comments talking about like, oh, Ozempic didn't work for Nicole. Look, she's just the same now. She hasn't lost any more weight. Bitch, I lost fucking 65 pounds in the last year and a half. Shut the fuck up. Like, that's a lot of fucking weight to lose. I'm not over here trying to lose 100 pounds in 6 months and have a whole bunch of loose skin hanging off my body. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I honestly, like, hearing people try to like make fun of me and like say basically that, oh, look, see, it's not even working. Like, what are you doing, fat bitch? What are you doing? Nothing. That's right. So, hey, Eldon, what's up? Thanks, babe. You know, like, you know how much strength it takes to come online and to like bare your soul and share like these intimate details, like sharing that I couldn't see my punani to shave it sharing that I would get winded just walking up the stairs, sharing that I couldn't be intimate with my husband because of how much weight was on my body and how ashamed I was. Like, I know that me making my content helps other people. I know other men and women can relate to it. I know it 100%. But it's like when people try to act like I haven't made a lot of progress with my weight loss, it's really, it's like, go to hell. Go to fucking hell. But then there was a lot of you guys like Cardo and Ashley and Eldon and Pixie and Megan and Becky, all you guys who have been extremely supportive and constantly cheering me on and telling me how proud you are of me, how much of a difference you can see. And that doesn't go unnoticed. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, Becky. You know, it's like, and I almost feel like people are so used to some curated fake lives that people post online, like always showing themselves happy, never going through real life experiences, just fake, you know? And it's like, no, man, no, I'm over here living real life and showing real life struggles. And so 65 pounds is a lot of weight to lose. A lot. That's almost a whole person, you know? I mean, it could be a really skinny whole person. So, I'm back to, like, I feel so confident because I feel like I have my eating in control again. I feel so confident because I feel like I have energy. I want to move around. I want to take my dog for like multiple walks every single day and get out in the fresh air. Like, that's what this medication does for me. It helps me so much with my mind and my body. So, anyway, I wanted to give you guys an update because I know a lot of you guys were asking questions. And I'm going to tell you, like I said, I'm not going to share the peptide website because there are haters out there that would try to get it shut down or just stuff like that, right? All you have to do is go on the semaglutide subreddit and ask the people in there, hey, who are you getting your compounded semaglutide from? Hey, who are you getting your compounded tirzepatide from? That's exactly what I did. And they will send you a link. They'll DM you a private link. And then you can get it too. So, yeah, I just want you guys to be careful and make sure that you talk to your doctor before starting any new medication. That's just my suggestion. Like, y'all are all grown adults. You know, you can do whatever you want to do. But I always try to tell you to be safe. Isn't it, Eldon? Can you believe it's a 5? It was 11 last year. It was a 11, you guys. That's what my A1C was last year. 11. And I'll tell you this, both of the websites that I have ordered from, I have had no issues. What to look for when you go on these peptide websites, they will have a page where they list their lab results that show the purity of the peptide. Okay, just make sure that they have those lab results that shows, hey, this is 97% semaglutide or whatever, you know. That's something that I always look for, is to make sure that they have those lab results. No, Dirty Dan, you're not. Oh, I gotta get ready to go to a meeting. Shit. But I'm thinking we will probably be down to our goal before the summer of next year. But I gave myself a good goal of the summer of next year just so that way I don't rush myself. You know what I mean? But I'm seeing, like I said, a 2-pound weight loss every week. It just started. I just lost the first 2.5, 3 pounds, right? If that continues to go on, that will be 8 pounds a month. And so I'll be at my goal in 3 months. Okay. Oh, yeah. I wanted to show you guys my body. Sorry. Okay. So. Okay. You know me. I'm in my PJs. Okay. And I'm doing laundry and cleaning the house and all that good stuff. Got a new rug. So this is what I look like now. Oh, gosh. I'm just going to show y'all. I'm not going to be ashamed. Okay. So I have this little bit right here, but if you guys remember, sorry, this little bit, let me just show y'all, was like, it was hanging over. So I couldn't, like now it's just like regular. So, and I don't have a bra on, so I'm not going to like, but like my back, like all this right here, it was like just rolls and rolls and rolls on my back. My arms, I feel like they look really good. They're just like regular. They're not really like big or anything. Damn, I got a farmer's tan, don't I? But yeah, that's what I look like. And so I'm really freaking proud of my progress. Okay? I'm really proud of my progress. I am really, really happy with the weight that I'm losing. You know, I'm 42 years old. Yeah, it's a mom bod. I'm 42 years old. I'm not out here trying to have BBLs and fucking, you know, like I just want to be healthy. I just want to feel good in my skin. And so that's where I'm at. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Hopefully I'll be down to the 170s within the next 30 days. That would be so great because I'm just tired of being in the 180s. Tired of it. Tired of seeing that on the scale. But anyways, that's it, y'all. Wanted to update you guys. If you're somebody who's been struggling with obesity for as long as I have, I highly recommend you go to your doctor and talk to them about GLP-1. It's literally saved my life. I'm 5'5". It literally saved my life. If I wasn't on this medication, I wouldn't be losing the weight I was losing. I'm losing. I tried for over 10 years to lose weight, or over 5 years, excuse me, to lose weight, and the weight just wasn't coming off, you know? And so, yeah, I am really, really excited to see this myself at 160. That's what I'm going to go down to. I know a lot of people were like, you're 5'5", you should be smaller than that. Y'all, I'm telling you guys, if I go down to like 150, 145, I start looking like real in the face and stuff, you know? That's why 160 for me is like a size 10 jeans, you know, a size 10 jeans with like a 34 C bra. And I just feel good at that weight for myself. Once I get down to that weight, I'm probably going to start doing some kind of like weightlifting or something with my son, because that's something that he's really wanted to show interest in. And so as he gets older, I'm going to try and help him learn some stuff. Oh, no. I eat in a calorie deficit. I eat 12 to 1,500 calories every day. Low carb, high protein is what I eat. And I drink tons of water. It wouldn't have worked for me if I hadn't changed. Because I was eating, like I said, before I got on this medication, I was eating like 5,000 calories a day. All processed foods, all highly carbed foods, like just really unhealthy. 35 days before I started this medication, I started a high protein, low carbohydrate, lifestyle change, incorporating walking every single day as well. And so I do not just depend on the medication. I walk daily and I eat low carb, high protein. I focus on making sure that I get my meat in. You know, that's meat and vegetables are my main focus. So I think that's another reason why I've had the results that I've had, is because I changed my lifestyle. And I changed my husband and my son's eating as well. So because I'm eating healthy, that means they're eating healthy. I'm preparing healthy dishes for my family now. And, you know, a lot of you guys followed me for years, and y'all saw me a year or two ago when I thought that I was preparing healthy meals. Oh, it's changed so much now. Now I realize what a true healthy meal is. Back then, I was calling fried pork chops, biscuits and gravy, and corn on the cob slathered in butter healthy. And I didn't know that it wasn't. Now I make baked chicken, broccoli, cauliflower, some kind of like steamed vegetable with like a good seasoning on it, lemon pepper, salt, you know, that kind of thing. I really try to limit the amount of biscuits and tortillas and bread and just noodles, pasta. Like, I'd really try to limit that for my family. And I try to stick to just preparing us great quality meat with good veggies. You know, don't get me wrong, I still like to have my biscuits every now and then. I made some Cheddar Bay Red Lobster biscuits yesterday for the boys, and I had half of one. That's the difference between Nicole then and Nicole now. Nicole then would have had 3 Cheddar Bay biscuits with my chicken and 3 corn on the cob slathered in butter and salt and pepper, and a big ass helping of rice-a-roni. Nicole today had a piece of rotisserie chicken breast, half of a Cheddar Bay biscuit, no rice, and a side of steamed broccoli. That's the difference. Oh yeah, that cucumber salad is delicious. I gotta make that again for me and Neil. I was making it every day this summer. Remember, y'all? Hey, Giraffe, I appreciate that. I really, really do. I really, really appreciate it. I'm just trying to share, you know, and listen, like I said, I was uneducated about the kind of food that I was putting inside my body. I really thought that I was eating healthy because I was cooking it at home. And so being on this medication has helped me so much to understand. Also, it's helped me to eat regular portion sizes. Where I used to eat, like I said, 5,000-6,000 calories in one day. Now I can have a regular portion size and it fills me up and I'm satiated. Hey, Linda, you know, I can eat half of a sandwich and be full, you know, and that was unheard of before. So that's another thing that this medication does for you, is it helps you to eat like a regular person, not like a binge eater. And there's so many other like really amazing GLP-1 like influencers who utilize the medication, who are a lot more educated about it than I am. One person I recommend if y'all are starting your journey onto GLP-1 is a girl named Amy in Half over on TikTok. She's lost 160 pounds on a GLP-1. And so she takes Monjaro. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope this video was, you know, educational in some way, like helped you, you know, understand. If you're somebody who's struggling with obesity or diabetes like I was, and you have been afraid to try a GLP-1, like I said, it saved my life, y'all. I'm so grateful for this medication. It has given me my life back. I feel like I'm getting my confidence back. I'm feeling beautiful again. I feel like I feel really good. So, anyways, that's my update. I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Okay.